Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Joel.
I'm Matt. I'm Daniel.
I'm Papa.
I'm Callie.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Yesterday we had made an effort to split all this biodegradable mulch that is over top of our sweet corn, and we did a pretty good job at it. The only issue is it has not been windy enough to get all of the mulch off of some of the sweet corn. So we're running into a little bit of trouble with that, which is why I'm out here right now. The sweet corn may have gotten a little bit too tall under the mulch, and that may be where our problem really lies. So I'm just going through and helping out the sweet corn. The sweet corn that was underneath the mulch, it doesn't look the best at this moment, but it will grow out of that. The sweet corn that we pulled from underneath the mulch yesterday is already standing tall and looking beautiful. This isn't taking too long, which is a nice thing. Most of this mulch has already blown off, but in the few spots that I do have to help, it isn't too difficult to get it off. The fact that we're gonna have early sweet corn because of this planting method is such a bonus. It brings in so many more customers to the farm market. Now, although this does cost a little bit more for us to plant it this way, by bringing more people into the farm market, they're not just there to pick up sweet corn. While they're there, they'll also pick up other fruits and vegetables and maybe some of the bulk items. So even though we won't be making as much profit off of this sweet corn as we would if it was planted conventionally, it still does add to the farm market because people will be picking up other things as well. So although we won't be making as much profit doing it this way as we would the conventional method, it does bring more people into the farm market, which helps us in the longer run. We've made a lot of progress this morning. I think I've got about half the field done. So I've got about all of the rows halfway up. It looks really, really nice. I think we're gonna have a great sweet corn harvest out of this. If you had seen our last video, you'd know that we've been working on getting our hay baled. At this point, we've got a bulk of it done, but we still have plenty left on the ground. This morning, Joel was moving these bales to the farm that we're at currently, and the reason for that is because these need to be wrapped. We have a few bales for the cattle, and then we also have a few bales for the horses. Based on the type of grasses that we've been harvesting, that differentiates who the hay is for, whether it's for the cattle or for the horses. And it looks like we've got a good stack of hay here currently. We're definitely going to be getting more today, but that's what the focus of today is mostly going to be on, getting the rest of this hay crop taken care of. Now, we still are on first cutting. This is just the first chunk of first cutting. I want to say we're about like 40% done of first cutting. We had a few nice days in a row and we really wanted to get some hay taken care of, and we've been able to do that. While I'm over here though, I wanted to stop for a minute and show you how the cole crops have been growing. Here in front of me is some cabbage that we had transplanted recently, and it's looking really nice. I'm not seeing any damage from animals, which is rare when you're vegetable farming, but we won't be upset about that. From the time that we've transplanted these into the soil, they have gotten plenty of rain, which has allowed them to grow to a nice size. And as I'm walking throughout the field, I'm not noticing many weeds poking up, but we are gonna have to begin cultivating rather shortly. This whole section of the field, this is all cabbage over here, which is a good thing because we go through a lot of cabbage. And over here we have some red cabbage, Chinese cabbage, and then we have our broccoli. This is broccoli all along here. When you're first looking at cole crops together, it might be hard to differentiate between the broccoli and cabbage, but after a while, you really start to notice it. And finally, up against the tree line at that end, we have some kale, and this is kohlrabi. I'm thinking we're gonna have a great kohlrabi harvest. Last year it was really good, but I think it's gonna be good again this year. A pretty big update for the day. As you can see, we have got started baling and we're moving through it rather quickly. Daniel is working on running the baler and Joel is grabbing the bales and taking them up to where we were before. The plan is once we have enough manpower, we are gonna get started on wrapping them. But for now, getting everything baled and moved around, that is a big thing to have done. I'm not sure how many bales we've gotten out of this field, but it feels like a lot. I know everybody's pretty excited about that. If we can continue to get bales like this out of this field for the rest of the year, oh, that's gonna be golden. You should see the smile on Daniel inside that tractor, ear to ear. He loved driving that tractor with that baler on the back. Something that not too many people know about is that we used to square bale all of our hay. It was a lot of work, and we didn't have a bale elevator till I was in my 20s. So for like the first 20 years of my life, we had to hand stack everything and hand throw it up into the barn. It was terrible. I mean, the arms always felt pretty good at the end of the day, but it was not a fun job to be doing. Now that we round bale everything, it's so much nicer letting all of the equipment do the work. I do not miss doing square bales at all though. That's something I want to mention. Oh, I know why he's smiling while he's driving. I'm just smiling looking at it. I got back to the farm just in time because it is lunchtime. Grammy has got BLTs for lunch, and then she's also over here making some potato pancakes. Look at that. Whoa. Grammy knows how to take care of us. We just got finished off with lunch and we were watching the weather, and we are now in a little bit of a predicament. Storms are supposed to be rolling in tomorrow morning. We have storms rolling in this afternoon, so we gotta get moving. There you go, buddy. Get back to baling. There she is. Are you gonna be able to turn this? As you can see, we got our piece of equipment all hooked up. We did run into a little bit of a problem though when we were getting ready to hook in the hydraulic lines. There's like a little metal collar on there that's not allowing us to insert it far enough into the machine. So we might have to replace the ends on the hydraulic lines, which more fun stuff to do. It would really be nice to just hook up to equipment and go, but that's not the way it works sometimes. And look at this barn. Look how empty it is. That goes to show you we got all the hay equipment out. Dad and I ended up switching tractors. We've got the 100 now. So that's what we normally run the bale wrapper with. It's just gonna make things easier. Now I just need to get this baler down there. Dad's gonna come down and pick me up with the side-by-side, and then we'll grab more wrap. Dad and I just got back with the wrap on the side-by-side. We have got our bale wrapper down here, and I am all ready to start loading up bales. Let's get into it. Left over from last year, so we wanted to use that up quick. Now we're on to the new stuff. Tell you what, it was pretty hot for a bulk of the day. Now we're starting to get some clouds rolling in, getting some shade. That feels nice. That's a pretty bale. How you know you've been working too long? The bales are starting to look pretty. I don't think that's a bad thing. What do you think of my concentration face? I like it. far, things have been going really well. We have had a few bales go flying off the wrapper, but it's early in the year. We're still a little rusty, but we are making good progress. I'll update you when I have more progress. For now, we're just gonna continue putting bales on and taking bales off. I've got a little update for you. We got every single bale here at the farm we're currently working at loaded onto the bale wrapper and now wrapped. Dad is just finishing off the last one. So now I've got to take this piece of equipment all the way to the opposite end of the home farm, which that's going to take a little time. But I mean, it could be worse. At least we've got a beautiful day to do it. Taking the skid steer loader through the woods, but it's working out pretty good. Well, we did it. It was a little sketchy driving up out of the woods. Kind of tipped back a little too far, scared me. My hands went out, but we made it. Now we just got to get to the very top of the hill and we'll be able to load up some more bales. We made it over to the other half of the farm, and surprisingly, we beat Dad here. We made good time through the woods. It's a little sketchy at times, but we're okay. It looks like we've got a few bales here. I don't know how many because I didn't count yet. There's 1, 2, 2.5 rows. So I mean, we got plenty of bales. To give you an idea of where we were, right at the tip of my finger, right about there, we were behind some trees. So we were pretty far away. One thing I do really enjoy about working at this side of the farm is just the views that we have. We can look out over the whole valley. The farm is over here behind the trees, but just look at all that. It really is beautiful. All of the grass bales done. Now we just have a few clover and a few alfalfa. Now the clover and alfalfa, that's going to be just for the cattle. So we have, I'd say about 13, 14 more bales that need to be done yet, and then we'll be finished for the day. Well, we just got our last bale put onto the wrapper. So it's looking pretty nice behind me. Having a little bit of trouble with this last one, but we'll be able to get it done. No worries. So this last bale will finish it off for today. It's just beautiful out here. There is storms rolling in. You can feel it in the air. It's much cooler than it was before. But I'm ready to be done for the day. I am tired of being out in this heat. I just got the skid steer loader parked and I started to hear thunder. Yeah, I'm gonna get heading home. I was just about to start heading up the hill, but then I looked over there and I noticed all the cattle are sitting all the way at the far end of the pasture just laying down. That's a beautiful picture. So I just got home. Lauren has got dinner all ready for us. It's right there. We're about to eat. However, right when we were getting ready to eat, babies got hungry. So Lauren and I are taking care of them first. Since it turns out everybody has got to eat tonight, that does mean this is where we're going to be ending the video today. Thank you for everyone who has been showing up and supporting us, for all the new subscribers. Everyone remembers we're trying to hit 200K subscribers. And all the new people, all the people who have been here for years even, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like the video. That helps us out a ton. And yeah, we're pretty tired, so we will see you next time. Bye-bye.